Yo, it's JK. If you want to know the realness that goes on in Hyde Park on a Sunday, Speakers Corner.
Content over everything.
Content over everything. My G's, yeah.
COE. Were more violent than their husbands. And she found that the ones who were women who got with a violent man and they didn't really realise he was violent, and they were like, oh shit, I've got a genuine sociopath as my husband, they tended to come to the refuge, they would leave very quickly and they would move on. And you know, she said that they tended to be the minority. The majority of cases that she had were women that were either as violent or more violent than their husbands. And she found that the husbands were coming to her saying, we've got some competition now. She found that the husbands would then come to her and say, I need help because if you don't help my wife, I don't know what's going to happen when she comes home and she starts beating me up again. What am I supposed to do? I'm a man, I don't want to fight her. I fought her in the past, please help me. So she recognised there was a need to help men, right? So it's hard because I've got him in my ear now. Yeah, so she found that the men was coming to her saying, actually, we need some help. And not necessarily always saying they needed somewhere to live, although these days I would say more so than the past, right? But so she decided to start trying to raise money for a men's refuge. But she found that the wealthy philanthropists who were giving her money for
Nigeria is now the mother of all nations.
Because they didn't believe that they needed one. And what she did do at the time as well was that the teenage sons of the women that were coming, she set up a mini refuge for them on the same premises, right? Because she found they needed to be on their own, away from their violent mothers. Okay? So anyway, after she discovered the truth, right, and she reported her findings to the Feminists, who she was working for, because she was part of the Women's Lib organisation, they told her that they rejected that and they weren't going to release that information, and basically she got pushed out of her own charity and she had to move to America because she got death threats. Yeah? There were some very wealthy people involved in that whole scenario. You should read her books. Anyway, she got completely run out, and the person that runs Refuge today is, well, she's left now, isn't she? Sandra Healy's left now. That woman was still there until very recently. Okay, very recently. So, it hasn't been, that particular injustice has not been resolved yet.
Well, very interesting. I'll look into this further.
All right, no problem.
No, I was just like everyone else.
You should speak to Mike. Go and speak to Mike over there.
Yeah, I'll take the leaf off him.
All right, no worries. Anyone else have a question? Because
You've done 50 minutes. So.
I think I'm. What about you?
Well,
You're like a heckler. Are you a heckler?
I can be if I feel, but I'm not going to heckle you. I'm not going to heckle you. No, it's okay.
No, a heckler is someone who's here like every week and heckles everyone else.
No, it's interesting that you were saying about, in the, I don't know when this a declaration of sentiments came out, but there was a point at which feminism was born.
Was what?
You're saying there was a sort of point in, 18th, 19th century when feminism starts.
Yes, officially, yeah. I mean, the ideas behind it started before then in the 17th century, but officially in a kind of organised way around that time, yeah.
Well, why would it do it at that time rather than any other time?
Okay, so there are some... There's a guy on YouTube called Steve Brule. He made a video about this recently, and he talks about some very interesting info about the woman behind the Declaration of Sentiments and Seneca Falls, and how basically she was unhappy with her position. She was an elitist woman. She was rich. She had influence and power, right? And she wanted to have more power.
Yes.
And he makes the claim that she basically only included the request for the vote, right? Because she was pressured to do so from a former slave who was a black man, for a start, but also because she was unhappy with her position and she did it entirely for self-interest. So that's one point. The other point I think is that after industrialisation, I think that the kind of, more rigid gender roles weren't needed as much anymore, and because things became very safe, they had lots of new machines, and women basically could go out there and do more in the sense that they, seemingly without men. What I mean is that men were still helping them all the time, but it wasn't as obvious that men were helping them. Yeah. So that's one other reason I think. Other reason I think is because the communist movement. Well, that became very organised from the beginning of the 19th century, and they decided to use feminism to promote their cause.
Okay.
So there's three things going on.
But then that sounds like not too bad. It sounds about like trying to be reasonable. And you're talking
Reasonable?
about.
What?
Well, yeah, these people are sort of saying, well, why shouldn't we have the same rights? If somebody says, why shouldn't we have the same rights, that doesn't seem unreasonable. If they say, I'm going to take all the rights off you and beat you up and send for the police anyway, then that
Before 1918, men couldn't vote. So they weren't asking for the same rights.
No, before 1918, a lot of men could vote, but not all of them.
Most of men couldn't vote before 1918. In the UK, at least.
Certainly, a lot of them could. I mean, in the
landowners.
In the 19th century, there were a whole series of bills which expanded the franchise.
Yeah, and the first one was in 1918. Before 1918, only landowners could vote.
The first one was in 1832. It's called the Great Reform.
Right.
I've done this in the university. I mean, I do know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And there was enormous demonstrations and all sorts of things. And what happened eventually was that they went to the king and they said, look, we want this. We'll tear the place apart if we don't get it. And he said, well, what can I do? There's the House of Lords there, and it keeps throwing your bill out. So they had a little whisper together. And so he said, okay. And he went down to the House of Lords and said, right, you're going to vote for this bill. And if you don't vote for this bill, I'm going to go out on the street. The first 500 people I find, I'm going to make them peers, and they can come back and overwhelm you. That was how it was done.
In what year?
That was done in 1831. The bill was finally passed in 1832.
So, and what bill? Who could vote then?
It's called the Great Reform Bill.
Yeah,
the Great Reform
sorry.
Bill expanded the rights of men to vote. So it was from the old day. What you had before that was very complicated because different constituencies had different ways of doing it.
That.
All right, okay. Well, after this, there were a lot more men who could vote.
So I'm saying that universal suffrage happened in 1918.
Well, in a sense, we still don't have universal suffrage because who counts the criminals? You know, there's that big argument about 5 years ago whether or not people in prison should have the vote. Does that mean we haven't got a complete franchise? People in lunatic asylums?
I don't want to start talking about anything else but feminism. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Are we done?
Yeah.
Well done, Natty.
ContentCOE everything from your man, say it straight. Man, don't listen to BBC. Man, don't listen to ITV.
I don't understand this.
Listen. Man, don't listen.
You don't look English. But you are half English. Yeah, but I'm not even English at all. I can't be English. But I thought you said you had parents who were match out, so I would Do you have a parent that is English? I have English, but yeah. No, okay, how much English? So, my granddad is Jewish, my mum is Polish, half English.
Man, not even know BBC. Man, not even know ITV. Not even
I'm so this is, but I'm not English. I'm not English. I don't talk French. I cannot be. He can't be English. You can call these old Germans. You go back to all. You're trying to define your left-wing worldview of what we think. I'm telling you, we don't care about this analysis. We actually don't care.
What I'm trying to do, Ralph.
We don't care. You can talk about it. We're not thinking that way. We know what the English.
So what we're trying to understand is.
I'm not English. Why do you keep saying I'm English? Right?